It's spring! Time to be a daffodil! For the top of the bodice, I found this shirt at the thrift store, and I think I can get my pattern pieces out of it. Hopefully it's big enough. It's only a small though, so. I'm using my trusty Simplicity 8979. It usually looks like this. I trimmed away some of the seams. I'm ready to cut, but please admire my plant person socks. My best friend gave them to me. I thought they were appropriate for this video. My whole house is covered in plants. I mean, I have enough that I've been able to smuggle in several that Patrick hasn't noticed yet. I have done a flower dress before, which was my rose dress, but the main house that I grew up in has hundreds and hundreds of daffodil bulbs all around the property, and I just love them. I also cut out interfacing and a lining. I ironed the interfacing to the orange and assembled the yellow lining. It's yellow because I found a yellow lining at the thrift shop, and orange is really hard to find. I have orange monarch cotton left over from this, but I was worried it might show through in the light fabric. I added ridgeline boning to all of the seams because I hate it and I wanted to use it up. I don't have an exact orange thread match, but I'm hoping this will be close enough and maybe I just won't do any top stitching. I stitched the orange bodice pieces together while dreaming of warm spring days because it is cold and rainy out today. April showers bring May flowers. I ironed my seams open, including using my tailor's ham for the bust curves. To make the floofed part of the corona, thanks Google, I cut 3.5-inch strips out of the sleeves and stitched the ends together. I ironed those seams open before pressing the strips in half lengthwise. I gathered the raw edge and stitched it to the top of the bodice within the seam allowance. I added the lining, making a ruffle sandwich. I understitched the seam allowance to the lining to keep the yellow from poking out. And this bodice is pretty much done. I won bobbin chicken, but I also ran over my ruffle, so I don't think I'm going to count that as a win. The most amazing thing happened this morning. The dog snuggled, or more accurately, Emmy let Sky snuggle with her, which he's desperately been trying to do for a year now. It was adorable. The bodice is done for now, so now it is time for the skirt. I found a thrifted tablecloth that's the right color. I know last time for the rose dress I sort of used a pattern for the pencil skirt, but I don't remember what I did. But I think I'm gonna have to watch my video to figure that out because I do not remember. Or I could just do a different skirt style and run with that. I went with option B. My rose dress is now a dog bed. I made a mock-up of my drafted pattern and cut it out of my tablecloth. I have to say this tablecloth is made from the cheapest polyester and it is not nice to work with. I stitched the panels together before serging them because yikes was it fraying. I should have ironed these before, but I'm doing it now. Also ironing the seams. I pinned and stitched the bodice and the skirt together, or should I say the corona and the stem. I definitely do not have any orange zippers, but I did manage to find a yellow one. It's only 18 inches long, it's 4 inches shorter than I usually go for, but I didn't want to put a dark green one in the top. Also, I have a quick repair to do on the rose dress. That was a quick fix. I ironed my zipper before hand basting it in and finally machine stitching it, switching threads to match halfway. I hand sewed the lining in and I am half a daffodil. I am almost done with my faux stained glass project. I'm waiting for a couple of colors to come in. It's looking really good. My whole living room smells amazing right now because my orange tree and my lime tree are both flowering. Let's just pretend that I hemmed that, because I definitely didn't, but I will. I can't say that this is entirely thrifted fabrics because for the yellow petals, I have a lot of yellow organza that I ordered for my wedding and then changed my mind about. And I'm going to attach them with a belt, since I thought that'd be easiest to store this thing. So I'm going to start off by making the belt, and then we'll make some flowers. I started by getting my waist measurement and writing it down. That has been a problem in the past. I cut a strip that is the width of my band roll plus seam allowance times 2, and stitched it into a tube. After a lot of struggling, I gave up trying to feed the band roll inside and settled on top stitching it closed instead. This very tired boy turns 1 today! We had a lot of fun this morning, so he's exhausted. I stitched Velcro to the ends, or at least I tried to. Oops. I looked up daffodil petals and then sketched a giant version and cut out 2 layers for a test. I stitched around the edge of my petal, and I made a lot of petal jokes in my rose dress video, but I didn't want to repeat a joke and have someone say, "What in carnation?" But what did the flower say after she told a joke? "I was just pawing your leg." To help the petals stand up on their own, I bent wire into the shapes, put it inside, and used my zipper foot to sew the wire into the petal. This looks a little bizarre. It is also a perfect daffodil petal, so. With that a success, I made the other 5 petals. Ooh, and I have another joke. What do you call a sail on a bouquet of daffodils? Daffodil? I'm really trying here. Do you have any good flower jokes? I am clearly running low. Do you have a nice bed, buddy? I keep thinking, oh, I can put my hat and gloves away now because it's spring. And then it snowed last night. Such a spring around here. I'm back to working on my daffodil, and I have 2 very exhausted dogs from yesterday. Let's just say Sky had a really good birthday, and now he's exhausted, which is also great. I bought more wire last night, and also asked my followers for some more plant jokes, so here are the best ones. How does a flower whistle? By using its 2 lips. Why do flowers never have a bad day? Because they always look on the bright side. What do flowers study in school? STEM. You will be popular. Sorry. Lilac self-control. Maybe I'll be your perennial source of giggles? I'm done now. This is implying that I have a plan on how to actually attach these yet, which I don't, but I will figure it out. I used hot glue on the wire overlaps, which didn't stick very well to the wire, which was okay because... This is just to keep the wires together while I'm sewing it, because my first version I had a lot of trouble with that. I was also being snuggled. And then the dog drama started because Emmy decided to try out Sky's bed in the playpen, which made Sky curious, and then he stole her bed under my desk, which made her jealous. There is never a dull moment with these 2. I started hand stitching the wires to the inside of the waistband. By having the wire near the lower edge and the waistband fairly tight, I was hoping to keep the petals upright. I also folded the edge of the organza over and stitched it down, which does not make for a pretty waistband close up, but flowers are just inherently pretty, right? I fixed the drama with the pizza bed. My workspace. That's a dog on it now. Just, Hey, don't chew that. Buddy. Eventually I gave up and just sewed on top of him. He didn't seem to mind though. Just so we're clear, there's a total of 4 dog beds in this room. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're having fights over 2 of them. There's also the settee, but that's kind of preoccupied at the moment. I just tried this on and woke up both of my dogs with my hysterical laughter. Because I look ridiculous, but this was the look I was going for. And also, unexpected side effect, I cannot put my arms down. So I guess it's a good thing I didn't bother with pockets in this dress, because I couldn't reach them anyways. If you pretend that I hem the dress, I am all done. But the dogs are getting kind of antsy, so I'm gonna continue this tomorrow. I feel so silly. The next day, I leveled the hem, and since this fabric pulled a ton of threads when I stitched it, I went with a fusible hem tape. The final step was to cover the ugly stitching on the belt with a flower trim, and we are ready for the final results. What did I think about this project? Well, absolutely none of this was practical, so I'm gonna discount that right here, but I had a lot of fun with this. It's quite silly and quite springy if it would stop snowing. I also have my flower buddies. I had a great time here. If you had a good time, then do all that YouTube stuff and come back for my next video. Bye, everybody! Oh, I have a bug!
A real one?
Yeah. Last time I had to do this digitally, but now I have a giant pot.